'cause you know that, baby, I got big instead. I follow your return. You hold me. Paparazzi. Baby, that's the world. Superstar, you know that I'm
Everyone. I hope all you guys are healthy and well. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. I tried to bring different content than everybody else in the community kind of does. Yeah, I can talk about what entity does what with you, which I have in my if you go, I mean, there's more entities that I've worked with that I could talk about, which I will, but I'm trying to talk to you guys in a way of true understanding without having to be like everyone else, I guess. I don't know, but like what my philosophy and my life and how my external life works so well. I want to talk about overcoming your fears. And this is hard. It's not as hard as you think, but it's hard in the beginning to overcome your fears. And the main reason why I started working with the dark gods, the ancient gods, was to empower myself, because there was so much power stripped from me growing up. Having religion thrown down your throat, having not being able to fit in society, and having to always have conflict. Always having conflict with other people, not because I was a person that went out and looked for conflict. It's just it was always presented to me because I was such an individual and I stood up for myself. Now, when I talk about overcoming fears, there are different types of fears. There's emotional fears, there's relationship fears, there's fears of success, there's fears of being truly yourself. There's so many layers of fears that we have to overcome to truly be ourselves and to accept and love ourselves. I mean, there are some people out there that love themselves so much that they don't love it. Their ego is so fucking huge, and it's it's not the correct way of living life. For me anyways, I don't want to ever be a person that is so high up on themselves that I don't give a shit about other people's feelings, because I do care about other people's feelings. I'm interested in learning on how other people work. I'm more of a person that's curious of how individuals think and how they react, because then I can take that in and compare it with myself. So there are fears. There are so many fears. Now, as you see on my channel, I really push myself, and I'll do music, I'll dance, I'll do everything that's not the typical way of doing certain things, especially with when it comes to ceremonial magic and ritual magic. I really there are times where I can do it in the most darkest forms, in the primal forms, which some gods that I work with I get better results. They like it when you do things traditionally, I guess, but when I express myself to the fullest and I do things kind of new age, where I'm not stuck in an old tradition way of magic of doing things, where I'm, in a dark room with one black candle and everything is dark and everything, I put on some dark ambient music and I call in the darkness. Yes, I can do that. However, I can also do it the way I want to fucking do it, and I still get the same effects. When I truly connect to the gods is when I let go of expectations, when I let go of fears, when I let go of wondering how they want me to do things, and I take control of how I'm gonna call the gods and how I want to call the gods. When I'm dancing and I listen to those beats, they come to me, and they accept the way that I communicate, because it's my will. It's the way I want to do it. There are times where things need to be a certain way. I'm not discrediting it. There are things that you must do, and certain ways of doing certain things traditionally to connect and show honor and respect to that deity. Some deities like certain traditions. However, for me personally, I'm not afraid of exploring the boundaries and destroying old traditions and destroying old thought patterns in order to achieve something that enlightens me, that empowers me. So I'm basically trying to say to you, if you're a beginner or wherever you are on your spiritual path, and you're reading rituals and they're telling you to do certain things, yeah, start off doing it like that, but then take a hold and do something different. Become creative. Be a creator. Be that destroyer. Destroy the old and become the new. I'm always doing that with myself. I'm always pushing myself, because I'm not afraid of who I am, and I think that's what it is. It's like you have to come face to face with who you are, and if you don't like who you are, then you're gonna be afraid of who you are. When you completely love yourself, you understand yourself, and you can break down things and understand the decisions you've made in the past do not determine who the person you are today. It actually should empower you. All the bad decisions I made, all of the decisions that did not empower me actually did empower me, because I'm turning that shit around. So don't feel guilty of your past decisions, and when you find yourself going back in time and thinking about these horrible things you've done, it puts fear of transcending through that and pushing past it. It's holding you back. That fear is holding you back, because what happened in the past doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. It's a training ground. This whole dimension is just a training ground for our souls to learn and to evolve and to get the fuck out of here eventually, and to become gods ourselves. And then, the ones that make it, we will be gods on another planet with other life forms. The same cycle will repeat. Blah, 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 blah. Think bigger. Think fucking bigger, people. Stop only thinking about the little things in life. Think about the grander things. Think about expand your fucking mind, Don't get stuck on these little things. Who gives a fuck if you cheated on your boyfriend in the past? Who gives a shit if you did certain things, if you hung out with certain people that didn't do anything and fulfill your life? If you are a different version of yourself, you have done alchemy, you have magic, you have done magic. That is true magic, is transformation, transformation, alchemy within yourself. You are the gold. Your soul is the gold. Another thing to remember is, our life is really, 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 we don't have a long time here, and we think we do because we're living in the moment, but truly we don't. It's like we're just passing through. Let's say here you go. Here's 5 different lives, okay? And here's your spirit. I mean, seriously, this is how fast your spirit will. This is 100 years, 200, 500 years here, okay? You know what I mean? Like we go through lifetimes. We go through lifetimes. We're always going through lifetimes. Excuse me. My nose is running. We go through lifetimes. The people that we meet, the people that we don't meet, they don't matter. I mean, they matter, but they don't matter. So don't get yourself involved and stuck with he said, she said bullshit. They don't fucking matter. What matters is you staying on your path and focus to try to better yourself, even if that means eliminating and cutting off from social media, from society outside. The fear of being alone. Deal with it. You're not alone. Okay, let's look at it like this. People say, I don't want to be alone. What's the facts? You're not alone. That's the facts. But your fear of being alone is actually making you feel like you're alone, when the facts are you're not alone. You're not alone unless you're on an island in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle with nothing, then you're fucking physically alone. But spiritually, there's spirits, there's multi-dimensional beings that are surrounding you. All you have to do is tap into that. You're never alone. And when you're feeling alone, all you have to do is tap into your higher self and start to be aware of the energies around you and understand that you're just not alone. That's a fear. And you know, a fear of success. It's like people live these fucking lives working 9 to 5. Yes, you have to work jobs to pay the bills. But in your spare time, what are you doing? Watching Netflix? Nothing? I mean, those are the people that are just coasting through life. If you have a passion, if you're artistic, if you're musical, if you have something you really want to do, that's what you should be doing on your spare time. I don't even know what I'm rambling about. I feel like we're disconnected to the truth, and the truth is there's nothing to be afraid of. What are you afraid of? Demons? Okay, call them up, face to face them. See what you're afraid of, why you're afraid of them. And I'm not even talking about the gods, the daemons, the true dark forces out there. A lot of times they will not present themselves in full manifestation because they are aware you'd probably shit yourself. They come to you in your dreams and your astrals until you are at a certain level of evolution where you can communicate with them face to face. I have not had a conversation with a full manifestation of a demon in front of me. When I was young, when I was a child, I've seen them. I communicate with them. They don't do that with me like that in this realm. They communicate with me in my astral realms, and by touching me. They do touch me, and they will leave marks on me if I need them to. But truly, they don't have time for that type of stuff because I'm aware and I respect them. You know, I don't need to see them to believe that they're there. I'm not one of those people because I've already seen them. And they come to me in other forms. But don't be afraid of who you are. You are a conscious entity that's coasting through this reality and other dimensions too. You're not only existing here, you exist on many other planets as other beings. Your soul cannot fit into one flesh suit. It can't. Your soul is huge. It's spread out. It's having experiences simultaneously at the same time right now. So when it's done and it comes together, it will have this information like data in a computer, and all of that data will come together, and will learn, and with that data, everybody else's data will come together. It's kind of like returning back to the Akashic records in a weird way. Akashic record, it's like a big database. We are just numbers. We are just codes. This isn't real. This shit ain't real. So all those people trying to make their lips look prettier, their butts look tighter, their eyes look prettier, they're so fucking gone. They're so stuck. They're just. I'm not okay. I don't want to judge people, but I am going to judge people. You cannot say that you are on a magical path when you're fixated on your exterior self. Can't. I mean, yeah, I want to look good, and I do try to make, videos that present myself with more glamorous effects to draw in energy, to help people recognize me so I could send messages out like this. Because I really do want to be mouthpieces, and I do want to be somebody that speaks from the gods. The gods know that I'm here to do their will. We've had agreements. I've had contracts with them. I had to prove myself, however, to do certain things like this, because I'm not here to steer anybody wrong. I'm not here to take people's money. I'm not here to be to be something that I'm not. I'm Eldoria Crow. I'm also Sonia. My earth name is Sonia. I changed my name to Eldoria to destroy an old version of myself because there was so much trauma. But the gods presented me with the name Eldoria, which means golden and crow. I'm a golden crow. It empowered me. I have other names. I have magical names. It is very important that you guys have a personal sigil. Extremely important. Just as important as it for you to know your god name. Why? Because that sigil, when people see it, when you put it on things, it brings forth power to you and gives you energy, and it is your symbol. Okay, so if you don't know what your personal sigil is, you need to work on that and get one and start drawing it everywhere. I remember when I got mine, probably about 8 years ago. I would draw it everywhere. I would go down in the subways. I would go in the street. I put my sigil everywhere. I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just putting it places because I wanted that symbol to be empowered, to empower me. So when people looked at it, they're giving me some of their energy. And it worked. So when you get your personal sigil, start writing it everywhere. Go to public places and write it in the bathroom stalls. I would write mine in the bathroom stalls, I don't care. People don't know what they're looking at. It's like looking at the McDonald's sign. We're empowering McDonald's by just looking at that fucking M. Ridiculous. So yeah, that's there. Fear is the only thing that holds our species back, Fear of accepting others as who they are. Fear of not belonging to others. We're here on Earth to develop healthy relationships, to learn what it is, what it's like. What we need as a species, learn how to accept everything the way it fucking is. Because the way everything is just perfect. It's beautiful. People are beautiful no matter what they fucking look like. Okay? It's conditioning of society in the end so they can make money off of beauty. That they made beauty to be a certain way. Yeah, beauty is recognized as perfect symmetry, this and that, but truly you meet a beautiful woman who's perfectly physically, but she's nasty inside, that shit don't matter. So that is not what true beauty is. True beauty lies within your soul, within your heart. It radiates, it inspires, it's compassion, it's love, true love. It is not vicious. We have things that we need to do to overcome things. There is a time to be vicious. There's a time to be baneful. There's a time to curse. We don't do it for fun. I don't care what you fucking think, you other occultists out there that thinks, it's fun to curse. Let's get everybody and let's curse this person. Let's curse this person. It's gay. They're gay. And I don't mean gay in a way of not bashing gay people here. I'm talking about it's weak. It's weak. A true magician, a true black magician does everything themselves. Themselves. They don't need people to come in and to do and help them. That's like little children. So if you're part, if you think if you see these people in our community who are like worshipped like gods, and I'm not saying anything, or I'm not trying to target anybody here, I'm talking about in general, and they're talking about how cool it is to curse people, you know, think about that. Just think about that. Instead of talking about compassion and love. You think it's weak to have compassion and love for ones that are deserving? No, it's not. It's not. It's what makes it's this. Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna babble more. It's been 20 minutes, so that's kind of just what I want to say to you guys, is really think hard about what you're afraid of and start destroying what you're afraid of and conquer it. Because once you do it, you're going to be like, oh my God, why was I afraid of that? And once you realize that fear is the only thing that holds you back, you will overcome all your fears. And you won't care what anybody thinks, because they're going to judge you no matter what you do. So you might as well do what the fuck you want to do. If you make music and you don't think it sounds good, but you like it, that's all that matters. And people will catch on to the empowerment of your own individual. People respect people who are authentically themselves. Authentically themselves. And express themselves authentically and love themselves. Not people who represent hate. You know, you want to be that, then go be that. And you'll be more targeted, and you'll be easier to curse. Baneful magic does not really affect me because I don't give a fuck. My love for myself is just way too much. If I feel it, I'll absorb it and transmute it, because that's just where I am on my spiritual path. It's I can say, oh, you're cursing me? Oh, thank you. Snack. Oh, you're coming after me because for no reason? Oh, okay, thank you. Giving me some energy. Today, give me energy. Energy. Give me your fucking energy. You won't feel my energy. You will not feel my energy. Love yourself. Accept yourself. And understand that fuck society. Fuck society.